Hi, and welcome to Cover Brand, where we cover all things branding, marketing, and advertising to help you understand what the hell branding is and how it works to grow your business. Welcome and welcome back to Cover Brand. I'm Ethan Decker, and today I have Christy O'Connor. Christy, hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I've been so excited.
Me too. We met at the Global Business Plaza.
Yeah.
That was super fun, and I knew I wanted to talk more with you when I met you there. So I'm glad we get to do so now.
I know. Same here. I'm really glad that that you engaged when we started that conversation. So yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to pick your brains.
Well, you don't get to until we get to talk about music. So let's talk music first. First off, cover songs. I understand you brought a cover song with you.
Yeah, it's a little obscure. It's an old Christian hymn, but it was redone by Carrie Underwood. It's called How Great Thou Art. And it is just so moving. It's awesome. I love it. My favorite.
I know this one. I don't know that I know the original. So it's an old hymn?
Oh yeah, it's a worship song. But I think that if you listen to it, matter of fact, if you actually looked it up on YouTube, Carrie Underwood with Vince Gill, you would probably go, "Oh, I've heard that." A lot of people play it around Christmas.
Okay. How great thou art. And so Carrie and Vince equal parts, or is it really Carrie's show and Vince plays guitar or something like that?
Exactly. Well, they're both on stage.
Okay.
So it's almost like a duet.
Got it.
And Vince is really playing the guitar, but he's almost equal because his fame and his talent is matching the power of her voice, and they're right there on. I think it was put out by CBS. It must have been it was done on a CBS special, I think back in 2011. The live performance, it's so good.
Great. I need to check it out because I am always looking for really good duets for karaoke.
And well, I don't know.
I'll check it out. I'll see.
I mean, that note.
One of my favorites is "Endless Love," Lionel Richie.
Okay.
And Diana Ross. But no, I want to check this out. Carrie Underwood's voice is incredible, so I'm so excited just to listen to it, just to hear her sing.
Oh yeah, who did "Islands in the Stream"? It was
Kenny Rogers.
Dolly Parton. Was it Dolly Parton and
the Kenny Rogers?
Kenny Rogers. Oh my God, I love that song, "Islands in the Stream." That's a really good.
That's a good duet song. Yeah, another one which is a little imbalanced, but I still love it is "Time After Time," Cyndi Lauper.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Colors. Everyone. I think every woman on the planet loves Cyndi Lauper, and she looks so great now.
Oh my God. Well, the two things I learned about that song recently. One I've known for a while. The Hooters basically wrote a lot of music with her.
Okay.
Which is an old Philly band. Eric Bazillion, Rob Hyman, and it turns out that song was a last-minute addition because they needed an extra song to fill out the album back when records were records, and you had to have enough music on each side. And they were one song short. So like, shit, what do we do? What do we do? So they dashed off the song. Cyndi had the lyric for it, and Hyman started working out this kind of vaguely, not quite reggae, but his sound. And then he said they had a few hours left of studio time. So what you hear is basically the demo. Like it was the
some of the best songs are the ones that are kind of rushed in the last moment. Even for us as marketing people, some of the best things are like, oh well, let's just give it a try, and we got to put something together. We're under deadline. Let's just do this, and then it ends up being great.
It's so true. And then the thing you labor over for years or months or weeks is just kind of it's just a big turd.
There's got to be something to that, like analysis paralysis probably is a killer.
Yeah.
When you think about things too much and you just try to massage it and massage it and massage it, it's probably not a good idea. It's when you're going with your gut, you're going with your instinct or that top level thought.
It can be. It's not guaranteed, right? Because there's a lot of gut stuff that's pretty crap. But you are right that it's very possible, if not often the case, that when you've got a lot of experience, when you've got a lot of expertise, and then you just let your gut go, that you come up with something great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've gotten a long way from Carrie Underwood, but I have queued up Carrie Underwood and Vince Gill for after the show so I can go listen to it, and I will add it to the Cover Brand Covers playlist on Spotify.
Okay.
So all the covers that have been talked about on the show are there. So
Oh, awesome.
the next one.
Wow,
I'm so
that's
glad you
cool.
brought
It's
it.
a good one.
I'm so excited to listen to it. Great. So we will talk branding right after the break. Cover Brand is fueled by Brand Equity Gummies, daily chewables for your long-term health. Each gummy contains 3 times your recommended dose of distinctiveness, familiarity, and mild panic about your Q4 results. And it tastes like strawberry future cash flow. Brand Equity Gummies. Choose your future. And we're back. And now we get to cover branding stuff instead of music stuff. So, Christy, why don't you start by giving folks a little introduction to the work you do and then the branding question you have?
Okay. Well, my name is Christy O'Connor. I'm from the Northeast in Massachusetts, and I have a little marketing agency. We've been just working in the digital landscape and smart tech since 1999. So
Nice.
you name it, we've probably done it. We have a team of up to 25 people.
Nice.
And
That's pre-YouTube,
me.
right?
Um,
YouTube was 2006.
it
Wasn't?
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were doing MySpace. There was video sharing. I don't remember. I
You were
was not
doing
video
MySpace.
back then,
I
but I
love
have
it.
been outsourcing and working globally since '01.
Wow.
So yeah, just post NAFTA, working with the Indian guys, and actually have made some
Fantastic.
really good friends all around the world. Yeah. What
Wow.
about you?
Uh, me,
Global?
I've been working in marketing since what, 2002, 2004, something like that. Started in market research.
Uh-huh.
And from there, got into brand strategy, mostly in agencies, and worked at large global ad agencies for quite a few years. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I started off with a financial company. I actually grew up in a family-owned business. My father
Oh,
had a marketing company. I started off as a telemarketer when I was 13.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I've never done anything else other
Did your
than like waiting
parents
tables.
did your parents push you to work, or were you eager to work?
I was always a go-getter,
Yeah.
always, because we
Yeah.
were really poor when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
I was always trying to find extra jobs, always trying to like push my little services. Me and my brother would like mow lawns, and I would do the
Awesome.
gardening and he would mow the lawn. And then I would say, I see you have a pet. I could clean up after your pet. Or, you look like the type that goes on vacation. So if you ever need anybody, so I was always like little Miss Salesperson in a
Oh, that's
nice way
great.
though. I'm
That's
not high
great.
pressure.
For sure. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So what's the sitch today? What kind of question do you have for me?
Well, I want to pick your brains as a brand strategist for a new friend of mine that I met locally that has a travel planning company.
Okay.
And I just thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for you to help me. So please forgive me, but I'm going to definitely pick your brains on this.
Hey,
So
that's what the show is about.
cool. Yeah. So this is what I want to know. So this particular company wants to elevate their brand from just a traditional itinerary based travel agent up to a luxury brand, kind of concierge,
Okay.
more of a luxury travel planner. And so
Okay.
my question to you is, what's the difference in the psychographics on a luxury clientele? And
Mm,
then I'm going to back that up with something else. So we tried to do some luxury stuff as an agency, and I looked
mhm.
into it a little bit, and there was a lot of gifting where um, the partner of a couple, now this was a spa, not a travel agent, but the
Sure.
partner of the couple would be more than willing to splurge on an expensive experience
Hmm.
for their loved one.
Right.
So anyway, so that's kind of the basis. So this is like, what can this company do as a company? And my previous idea of this kind of couple gifting mentality, and kind
Hmm.
of give me the psychographic picture there.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So that's a pretty big shift, it sounds like, from mid-market, mass market kind of products and services to, as you're saying, luxury level.
Yeah.
And does she really intend to go full luxury, like people who fly private jets, or is she looking for more premium or super premium, who like business class, first class?
Yeah, let's say first class, business class, second homeowners,
Okay.
because we're nestled in in Berkshire County, so we are a bedroom community in a little kind of touristy area
The
for people that,
Berkshires of Massachusetts.
yes, people that
Yes.
travel up from Stratford, Connecticut,
Okay.
Manhattan, New York, stuff like that. Those some of those people really are quite wealthy.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So I
and
like to make sure to clarify that because I do believe there's a lot of research to show
okay,
that that your price tier is a major determinant of a whole lot of your marketing and business strategy. So, for instance, if you're going to be a discounter like Ryanair um, or uh, um, Dollar General, then that's going to dictate who you're selling to, what you're selling, where you're selling it, how you're selling it, right?
okay, let me interrupt you then. So it wouldn't be business class because I'm thinking of a European tour,
Okay.
three-stop location, total concierge, white
Okay.
glove. We're doing it all for you.
All right.
I'm going to come sit down at your house and show you everything and then go back and be
Got it.
your very high touch, high service, which I think that's why they would need a higher tier price level because the
Okay.
level
Yeah.
of one-on-one service. Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking at least super premium, if not true luxury.
Yeah,
And
let's call it
yeah.
super premium. That's good.
Okay. Okay. And so if she has a sense of the it's of a woman, a
It's
friend of yours,
actually it's a husband and wife
it's a
team.
couple. Okay,
Yep,
great.
they own the business together, so they're doing it together, which is good.
Great. So, so they should understand, first of all, what they like to do and who they like to work with. Because if you're doing a high touch service, you're going to be working with these people all the time. And if you like people who are extremely wealthy and are accustomed to certain levels of service and certain levels of pampering, then great. That's a good fit. But if those kinds of people rub you the wrong way, then you want to find the right price tier where you work with the people that you like to work with. So that's a first piece of advice, is just to make sure they like the type of people they're working with and that that establishes their price tier in the market. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense. So let's talk more about the pampering.
Sure.
So on the pampering in this tier, so is it human touch or can you have like, oh, here's a text message, hey, you've gotten to the next level. Here's an email, hey, we're working on this. Or would your advice be it's always human to human? They don't want any automation at all whatsoever. Like, what's
Oh,
the no goes?
I think, well, it will vary depending upon the person, right? Some folks, regardless of their tier, they just hate tech, and some folks much prefer tech. But
Hmm.
my sense of people who prefer high service things really like to have a human at their beck and call,
Hmm.
or that flexibility, and also to communicate in the way that they like. So if the client is a texter, then it might be, hey, here's three places you could stay in Ibiza. Have a look, let me know. And then they'll text back in 2 minutes. Hey, I just like this one. I like this one. It might be a 10-minute long text conversation, which is very
Right.
high touch, but it's all via text and tech because maybe you're sending them specific website stuff and 3D
Yeah. So it
interactive
sounds like you
communication.
need a preference management piece.
A little bit for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. But if we step back to that notion of moving from a mid-tier service offering to a super premium or luxury service offering, one thing I talk a lot about is the playbook for that pricing tier.
Okay.
And as you know, when you go to Hermes, it's a really different playbook that actually is pretty damn similar to what Gucci plays.
Oh,
And
okay. Tell me what
right?
that is. What's
Well,
the play?
it's the luxury playbook. In fact, I was traveling recently, and when I was at an international airport, there was in fact an Yves Saint Laurent uh, store right next to a Gucci store, right down the hall from a Louis Vuitton store, and
Mhm.
they all had a lot of the same hallmarks. Right, they had very attractive salespeople who were beautifully, impeccably dressed. They had a very sparse store that was gorgeous and spotless. They had lovely music in it. They had translucent or transparent shelving so you could really see the product and let the light play through the translucent materials. and it was, it was supposed to be a luxury experience, and they all had that same kind of luxury experience. And I would assume if they had restrooms, they'd all have very similar luxury restrooms.
Right. So
So
it's the aesthetic.
it's the aesthetic, it's the tone, it's the care. Hi, how are you? When they give you your gift, when you buy something, actually, when you
Yes.
buy something, they give you a gift with it. They don't give
Yeah.
you a discount. They give you a free gift with purchase. So that's a part of the playbook. They increase the value of what they
Yeah.
give you instead of decrease it. And secondly, you ever notice this, Christy? They don't hand you the stuff over the counter. They walk around the counter and hand it to you in person.
So
It's a little
to
thing.
go
It's part
super
of a big playbook.
premium, it's an elevated etiquette that you add on top of the price for a value added experience. So what you're
Mhm.
doing is you're elevating the experience.
Yep.
You're creating an aesthetic. You're creating the aesthetic, but it's
Yep.
all of the extras, all the little perks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
Diamond Plus. I'm Gold
Yeah,
Platinum. Yeah.
absolutely. And the people have to feel that there's some
Mm.
specialness and feel that there's some greatness to it. So it does increase the perceived value and allows your clients to charge more.
Yeah, so let's talk about the aesthetic on their marketing visuals. So
Yeah,
that's definitely something that's going to have to be put into a new template and to templatize some things in a way
for
that
sure.
has that framework. So
Yep.
now, aside from the basics, are there anything that you can kind of share as far as like let's just say, for example, hey, here are these 3 locations. Which one do you like the best? Which one do you prefer? Do you
Mhm.
want to travel by plane, by train, by whatever? You
Yep.
know, what's the handoff with the materials? Anything that you can, any advice you can give there?
Yeah. So from what I know, and I do have a friend who actually was on the show and is in the world of luxury travel. Uh, she says that some people like completely hands off. They say, here's what I want to do. I want to take my family to Mallorca. Please solve it for me. Here are the drop dead start and end dates. The rest of it, I trust you. Figure it out. Other people really like to be part of the process. And so again, this is that matter of service, and service is about listening.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little hard for your clients, this couple, to have an off the shelf offering, because the whole point of a luxury offering is that it's customized, it's bespoke.
Oh, right. That's what I mean by preference management. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, what should their website look like?
Oh, well,
Let's say,
this goes back to
yeah,
that notion of the playbook.
yeah.
And it's why Saturday Night Live can do parodies of like luxury perfume ads with Brad Pitt, and they're goofy as hell, because they know the playbook. You do this certain thing, you have the wind going through their hair, sauvage, and and it's a playbook. So what they can do, because the market is large and there are probably many clients, there are always new clients coming into the market, and there are also many travel agents and luxury travel providers. They can look at those other agents and providers and learn a lot about the playbook just from what they see elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you're an architect, you look at Architectural Digest and look at all the ads in there and look at 20 architects' websites from other cities, because a lot of architects work more regionally or locally. And you can almost steal or borrow whole hog a playbook from a great architect in a different city, because you might never compete.
Yeah. So I've actually already noticed that the fonts are very
Uh-huh.
different,
Oh, yeah.
very different fonts, and no bubble text.
No bubble text.
No bubble
Exactly.
text.
It's kind of that discreet whisper with a very thin, elegant sans serif font, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or maybe
yeah.
something with some script or cursive. So,
Yeah, a
right,
lot
the
of
aesthetic,
oversight.
right. And so what I tell a lot of folks who are in services and in B2B, although this is not B2B, this is B2C, business to consumer instead of business to business, is that your brand is your body language of the company. And
Your
we know
brand
how
is the
important
body language of the company. Okay,
we know
gotcha.
how important the body language is when you show up to a meeting. We know how important it is to have our hair right. We
Mm.
obsess over our
Oh yeah,
hair.
by the way, yeah.
Yeah, your hair looks great, by the way.
Thanks.
And we obsess over our clothing, and we make sure that we make a good impression. All that stuff, without even opening our mouths,
Yeah.
communicates a ton. So you're right. Their website will communicate a ton just visually. And you
Mm-hmm.
want to use that super premium or luxury playbook, borrow from Balenciaga, borrow from Bulgari, another B brand, Bugatti, borrow from Bugatti. Look at those luxury
Yeah.
brands and you can borrow a whole lot. And then the key I would add, because this is again what the research says, is the trick is not necessarily to be differentiated from everyone else, it's to be thought of at all. And so
Say
you
that
want
again. The key is not to be thought of,
not to
but
be
it's just be
differentiated,
so.
but instead the goal is really, are people thinking of you at all and remembering you at all? Now, I assume that they've got a good Rolodex, a good network. They live in a community where they can reach their clients. So it's not going to be necessarily as much about cold calls, perhaps, but it'll be a lot of word of mouth. But they should make it easy for people to pass their name around and remember what the heck the name of the company is.
Oh yeah, I think that's the thing with Oconco. That's why I say preference management. So that it boils down to systems. So if you have
Yep.
the playbook, that's a system. If
Yep.
you have a good user experience with zero friction, that's a
Yep.
system.
Yep.
You have a good solid preference management system. That's a
Yes.
system. And so the body language becomes natural. It's like
Yes.
walking, it's
Yes.
like breathing air. So once you have the proper policies, systems in place that
Mm-hmm.
match the expectation of these particular clients,
Yes.
now you don't have to stress over it and start scrambling around.
Right.
It becomes second nature.
And it has to be and feel bespoke. It has to feel personalized. And the examples I use for the little ways that I touch the luxury world, I don't drive a Bugatti, I don't fly private jets. However, when I've gone to like a really nice restaurant, um, and maybe there's one here in Boulder called Frasca. They have a Michelin star. I've known them for 20 years. They remember my name. They remember my wife's name. They remember my parents' names because my
Yeah.
parents came once. They remember our birthdays and anniversaries. That, like, the memory piece itself
Yeah,
is part of that luxury service element.
that's
And
right.
so I know for a fact, even though Bobby Stuckey has an incredible memory, he's the founder and owner of Frasca. I know for a fact he uses tech tools to help him. And I do too.
Yeah.
So you've got a system, and AI can help with this now tremendously if it listens into your conversations or
Yeah,
your
you just took
texts.
the words right out of my mouth because all you have to
Yeah.
have now is you've got an activity log. So you've got
Yes.
user experience, you're reducing
Yes.
friction, you've got preference experience, you've got the
Yep.
bespoke playbook, and now you've got activity tracking. And now all you have to do is just execute as the expert that you are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they have that personal experience, that bespoke, customized, luxury level travel experience. And then your clients, again, as I said, they don't have to fixate on how differentiated they are from other agencies.
Right.
That's not going to be the issue unless there's one person really competing hard in their neighborhood
Yeah.
for the same people. Otherwise, they just have to make it easy for people to remember them, to say their name. What was it? The Volkswagen came out with an SUV 10 years ago, Toureag.
Oh, the Touareg?
Is Touareg,
I don't know.
Touareg?
Touareg.
Don't make it hard for people to say your company name.
Farfignugan.
Right. Unless it's a joke, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, Bud Light,
Mm-hmm.
MailChimp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it simple, keep it easy to say, make it easy for people to pass on their info. And so, for instance, in their marketing, they might have little gifty type things that their customers can have, their clients, and then could give to or share with their own friends.
And that's
Because,
what I mean by no friction.
yeah, yeah.
Because anytime they have to figure too many clicks, too many.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's where the systems come into play, where you
Correct.
make it easy. They had just a button here, share it, click,
Yep.
here's the activity management. So now as a admin, you're okay. Well, I've got 10 clients. I need to do my work today. Now you're the admin, you're the
Right.
owner, you're the person. I'm going to come
Yep.
sit at my desk and do my job today. I'm going to look at my interface and go, oh, here's a person that prefers phone calls. Here's a person that
Correct.
prefers texts. I'm just going to
Yes.
no brainer. Now it reduces the friction for admin as well.
Yes. And
So
And here's a person that's a morning person versus a night owl.
Oh,
Because
good
maybe
point.
someone wants to, they're a night owl. They start thinking about their vacations at 11 or midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to know that and cater to that, because it's about catering. Or you've got someone who gets up at 5 a.m., jumps into their hot tub with their iPad and starts figuring out their next vacation. So you need to be ready at 5 a.m. for them to start shooting you notes about flights and boats.
Yeah, and so this is where I know we're probably going to wrap up soon. So this is where I would just want to just touch on this real quickly. So this is
Yeah.
where AI can really help, because
Yes.
AI can analyze and do what we call lead scoring,
Mm-hmm.
activity scoring, customer intent. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, you just say, "Hey AI, what's the best time to call this person?" Boom, 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 boom. Looks at the activity. This
Yep.
person has always reached out between 8 a.m. and noon. Or this
Yes.
person has always reached out on a Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
So then AI can give you those insights without you having to do too much heavy lifting.
Yep.
And then scoring also, what's their cycle? They always go someplace in February. No, this person
Correct.
actually likes to travel off season when there's less crowds. So
Correct.
that AI interface is not to put them in touch with the person. You're still going to give them the white glove treatment. That AI
Mm-hmm.
is to aid you and help you
Yeah.
ideate and help you actually
I
determine the
love that.
intent. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can use it that way to diagnose individuals, to help you do the forensics on the individuals. Yeah, this person always emails me at 5 a.m. They're an early bird. You should, have someone who likes to wake up early, or someone who works in Europe on your team who's
That's
already
right.
awake. Manage that client. The other thing you can use AI for is to start understanding some of the generalities about this clientele in general. So, like you said earlier, do luxury travelers prefer, let's say, if it's a typical husband wife, does the husband like uh, to defer entirely to the wife, but the husband handles the actual finance and the paperwork? Like, what are the habits? Or does he like to do a gift and set up a vacation as a gift for his spouse? What are the generalities of the market? And AI can also help you understand some of those, look at the patterns in the market, look at the patterns in the data for your own clients, and start to come up with generalities about how these clients shop, what these clients like to buy, and how these clients communicate and what they need.
Yeah, so we did find that no matter, and you tell me if this is true, no matter what the socioeconomic category, the men wanted more fun, whether it was
Mm.
golfing, sailing, snorkeling, boating,
Mhm.
fishing
Yep.
activities. The
Yep.
women wanted more of the pampering, spas,
Yeah.
creams, facials, whatever.
Yep.
I need the nice room with the nice view, all that.
Yeah.
And so what we found was that we actually converted a lot more with men wanting to provide a luxury gift for their partner,
Right.
and um, and then also we would let them know what else was included. So it was actually secondary that, hey, you could go sail fishing and golfing and this and this and this and this, all
Right.
inclusive, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
But it was all really predicated towards the luxury, buy this for the female, because that was the target,
Yeah.
was married men and women. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah. And again, the market is so big for this. That's often the mistake people make, is that, oh, I've already maxed out my market. Now I need to offer more stuff to more people. No, it's enormous. Coca-Cola has a 22% global penetration of households.
yeah,
Coca-Cola,
yeah,
biggest soda brand in the world. Who doesn't drink soda, right? You'd
yeah,
think.
yeah.
However, there's always a great opportunity. So if they do focus just on partners, couples, where there's a husband and a wife, and the husband wants to give a gift to the wife and let her be pampered. And then, oh, by the way, the husband, you can go jet skiing and horseback riding, or whatever it is, right? You can
That's
go
right.
scuba diving and golfing.
Yeah.
And they know
And
that
those are
formula.
incentives. Yeah. So you're incentivizing him to
Yeah,
actually buy something for himself and
correct.
justify it. So,
Yeah. I love
so
it.
yeah.
I love it. Well, this sounds like you've got some stuff you can give to your clients now for ways that they can shift their market, shift their offering, and make sure that what they provide is that really premium luxury, super premium or luxury level of high touch experience.
I have one more question for you.
Yes.
Do we just pull off the Band-Aid? So let's say we have, now they don't, they have a beautiful site. This is a wonderful company. I'm not talking about them now, just to be clear.
Sure.
Let's just pretend that I want to do this and I have a clunky, messed up website that's brown and weird looking. And then I hire an expert, and then that high class, beautiful playbook is rolled out. Do I just pull off the Band-Aid and go from 0 to 60 and just rebrand and just put it out there?
Rebranding. Here's my fundamental way that the research says we should think about rebranding is the way we would think about buying an old house. If there's good bones and good equity in it, don't tear it down. But if really what you're buying is the land and there's really not great bones in the building and there's no equity in it, then tear it down.
Yeah.
So brand equity is like home equity. And so, for instance, I worked with Lazy Boy recently, and they're a 100-year-old brand. Everybody knows them. And even if their logo wasn't quite right, in fact, they did just redesign it to give it more of a retro, old school connection to their heritage. But don't, God forbid, they get rid of the name and scrape it off, because there's so much equity in Lazy Boy. So if there's equity in the old clunky brown website and people know it and love it fondly, like yahoo.com or MySpace or Tumblr, then for sure build on that equity. Don't destroy good equity. But if there's not a lot of consumer equity, if the consumers don't really know, if this new target audience that they're going after doesn't give a damn about that old website, scrape it off.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. I'm so happy. I am so happy.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
This is really good. Thank you for the information.
I'm going to go listen to How Great Thou Art by Carrie Underwood. And we will hopefully talk soon, because it's always a joy to talk with you, Christy.
Well, maybe we can do this again. You can come on over to this side.
I would love it. We'll set it up.
All right.
Stay warm.
You too. Take good care.
Bye. Do you want to improve the performance of your brand without breaking the bank? Bring it into the shop, and we'll do a reasonably priced and very quick brand tune-up. We'll run some diagnostics, make some quick fixes, and then give you some recommendations for bigger improvements you can make down the road. Also, if you got something out of this episode, think of one person who might also get something out of it and send it to them as a way of saying, hey, thinking of you.